Everyone, this is XIEN, Exit Ignorance into Intelligence. In this video, I'm actually responding to one of the brothers on my Facebook, Lewis Storyteller. Shout out to you. He asked a question of what the difference between I, as in, the letter I, and EYE is, the difference between that, the difference between Queen, QUEEN, and KWEEN, and also the difference between understand and overstand. So as far as I and I, it's a term, and let this be known, this is all of my understanding, of my perception. So this isn't exactly truth, but hopefully when I do give my statement or whatever, it can give you an idea of your own perception as well. So back to the I and I thing, it's within the capsule of being I, of the shell self or the vessel, and the I as in the third eye, the inner parts, what the external and the internal, the inhale, the exhale. It's this is why I talk briefly about sacred geometry. Study sacred geometry. Study things like chakras and whatnot. Learn about the inner being, the inner God, the third eye, the understanding and the comprehension of all, not just one. We tend to be very selfish. The I, the flesh, the body, the wants, the needs. I gotta have, money, cars, material things. That's I, that's ego. It's of the flesh. When we talk about the internal I, what are the things that you want spiritually that will satisfy you, as far as maybe you completing your lifelong dream, or practicing a religious text or meditation. Like, there's so many different factors within the internal eye, the third eye and whatnot, and you must cleanse this eye as well. Just as you wash your flesh every day, every night, sometimes 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day. However, you must also cleanse your third eye, your internal eye, your intuition and whatnot. So I don't want to spend too much time on that, because I can go on and on and on. So as far as Queen and QU and KW, it's, like I said, this is my perception. It's more of dropping the QU and putting the KW as more of an African type of trait. Speaking of a African of royalty, of the motherland descent of the terminology of Queen. It's basically, and the spelling of the words give off a different frequency. QU, KW is a different frequency. It's a different rolling of the tongue. It's the same word and whatnot, but there's a different essence, because when we're talking about a regular Queen, QU, we mostly think about it. We tend to put it in the category of Queen Elizabeth, or like the royals of England, the Caucasian version of royalty and whatnot. So when we talk about KW, Queen, we talk about the African royals, the king, the king and the queen. So the K also has the standpoint of being in the same category as king. They both have the K's because they're both intertwined. They're no different. The only difference is the mindset. The difference is the intent, the actions. A queen has different roles and different jobs than a king does, but they're both playing the same part of ruling an empire and helping the citizens survive. They aid the citizens by keeping outsiders out, and keeping whatever is within the empire within, this when we talk about African descent and African royalties and whatnot. So it's kind of difficult with the QU and the KW, but that's just what I've gotten from it, because the only people I've really seen using KW is people of of my skin color and people of my culture. So that's how I'll explain that. And understanding and overstanding is it's kind of it speaks for itself. Understanding, if you break down the word understand, like you're like, what are you standing under? Overstand, what are you standing over? So it just becomes it's a different level of understanding, comprehension. If you understand something, why do you have to understand? Let's overstand it. But my personal favorite is ultra standing. Because when you understanding, you're trying to go under the topic. You're not really getting to the core, the main subject of matter, the key, the jewels. You're not getting at that. When you overstand, you're just going over it. It's the same shit. It's basically the same difference. Overstand and understand. So that's why I like to say ultra standing. Or just agreement. That's a better terminology. So I hope this helped you in some type of way, shape, or form. I hope it helps other people, and it definitely helped me, because I'm practicing on speaking more and whatnot, and really just dedicating my life to helping people understand things that some people just need help at. By you asking a question helps me understand it as well. So peace to everyone. Namaste. This is XIEN. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment your views and points, and let's go back and forth on this topic, because if you feel that I'm wrong and whatnot, then I expect you to tell me that I'm wrong, and then we can discuss it, why I am wrong and whatnot, and your perception of Queen and Queen, I and understand and overstand. So like I said, peace, namaste, and everybody have a pleasant tomorrow.